Welcome back to Designsmith. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do this really cool Slowdive rotated type poster in Adobe Illustrator. Before we get started, please subscribe to support the channel. Alright, so I posted the time-lapse video of this yesterday. However, I wanted to show you in detail exactly how I do this. Alright, so I've got my type here and I'm using the font Manrope. This is a Google font and it's one of my favorites. Alright, so I'm going to start by kerning this. Alright, so we have this kerned, and now I'm going to go ahead and make a copy of this over here so I can pull from it a little bit later. Alright, so now that I have this type exactly as I want it, I'm going to select it, go to Type, and Create Outlines. This is going to make it to where the text is no longer editable, but I can size it and shape it exactly as I want. However, we still have these overlapping paths right here, so I'm going to go over here to Pathfinder and click on Unite, and now that unites everything together as one shape. Alright, the artboard that I'm using here is 18 by 24 inches, so I'm going to set a margin of about 1 inch. We'll see how that looks. Okay, I'm going to add a ½ inch, and now I'm going to hold down Shift and size this all the way to the edge, and I'm going to make sure that my proportions are locked, and I'm going to go over here to the width and type -1.5. Alright, now we're going to duplicate this down here, and then hit Command D to where we have 5 different copies there. Alright, now I'm going to select all of this. I'm going to hit Command G to group it all together, and now I'm going to duplicate it over here on the side. And let's go to our ellipse tool, and I'm just going to draw a circle. Doesn't matter where. I'll set it as a little bit more of a defined size, so we'll make it probably 12 inches. I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to lay it exactly where I want it to be. Since the type is all grouped together, I'm going to center align the circle with the type. So we're going to select both of them, and then click on the type, and that's going to set a target object for us to align to. So I'm going to click on Horizontal Align Center and Vertical Align Center. And I'm going to swap the fill and the stroke, and let's turn up the stroke to probably 10. And then I'm going to hit I on my keyboard and hold down Shift and click on the white, and that's going to cover up that portion of the text. Now I'm going to duplicate this over here and center it just like we did the first time. And I'm going to make a copy of this over here because I'll need that in just a second. And now I'm going to select both of these and create a clipping mask. And now I can click on this one and remove the fill. And now we'll select both of these, click on the one that has the type, and center it horizontally. And now I'll click on the type here and hit R on my keyboard and hit enter. And we can now rotate this to whatever we want to do. I think I'll do 30 degrees. Now we'll grab this and move it right there in the center. So it kind of has that effect like it's got a magnifying glass over it. But it's done using some very simple techniques in Illustrator. All right, now I'm going to move this down here and we'll make this a lot smaller. These are going to be the concert details. 60 point looks like a good size. And this show was at the Caverns in Pelham, Tennessee. Actually, I think we're gonna go down to about 40. That looks better. And the opening act was Drab Majesty. They were amazing, by the way. Let's say gates open at 8 p.m. I think it may have opened at 7, but I'm not sure. Doesn't really matter. All right, and now I'm gonna set our margin at 1.5 inches. And now we can align these with that. Do the same thing here on this side. And then we'll just align that spacing right there. And I definitely want to mention the poster that inspired this. This is a really cool poster that I found on Pinterest. Don't really know too much about it, but I know that it was made in either 2015 or 2016 for a 2016 event. It just really caught my eye when I was looking through it, and it's a really cool design. And I was just sitting here wondering, what would it be like if we added a little bit of color to this? So let's take this all into Illustrator, but before we do that, I want to show you a little trick right here. We're going to draw a shape over this entire artboard that's the exact same size as the artboard without a fill and without a stroke. And what that's going to do is include the entire size of the artboard along with all of its contents and keep everything proportional exactly the way we designed it. So we're going to hit copy, and then we're going to go to Photoshop, hit paste as a smart object, hit OK. Bring up our size to 100%, and now I want to look for something in here that has like a white background and kind of a rainbow type pattern. Okay, the only thing I'm seeing that is kind of close to what I'm looking for is this one, so let's go ahead and click on copy image. Now we're going to paste this on top. I'm going to rotate it this way. I'm going to hold down Option and Shift, and we'll change our blending mode to linear burn. So that basically removes all of the white area from the rainbow image, and we're left with this really cool overlay. Whenever you want to do something like this, try to find something with a white or a black background. If you find one with a black background, then you can invert those colors and create something really cool. I hope this video was helpful to you. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe to support the channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.